Okay, let's dive into a really powerful idea from Sadhguru today. What if you're living inside a mental movie? A constant drama playing out in your head while the real experience of life is actually happening somewhere else entirely. Let's figure out how to unplug from that mental matrix. So, what does this even mean, that all the real action is on the other side? It's a pretty provocative idea, right? It suggests that everything you experience, everything you see, hear, and feel is just a reflection. And that true life, the real deal, is happening just beyond that reflection. Let's really unpack this.
To get our heads around this, we have to start with the central metaphor Sadhguru uses, and it's a brilliant one. Your mind is like a mirror. Now think about that. A mirror doesn't create anything on its own, does it? It just reflects. It simply shows you what's put in front of it.
And that's exactly what your mind does 24/7. It's constantly playing this movie of the world around you. It reflects the people you meet, things that happen, and even your own thoughts and feelings. It creates this endless, vivid kaleidoscope that we call our experience.
But, and this is the crucial part, this mental mirror has a massive blind spot. It can show you the entire world, but it can never show you the one who is looking into the mirror. It reflects the memory of life, but it can't show you life itself.
So if it's just a reflection, why are we so completely captivated by it? Why are we stuck on this one side of the mirror? Well, the answer lies in the very building blocks of our reality as we know it, memory and time.
Sadhguru explains that when we get completely identified with our body and our mind, we become what he calls a product of time. And what that means is, our whole life becomes this repetitive cycle, just an echo of the past, dictated entirely by the memories stored inside of us.
And this memory stuff goes way deeper than you might think. It's not just your conscious memories. Everything you think you are, from the very shape of your body to your personality, is just an accumulation of different kinds of memory. It's what your biology itself remembers.
You see, memory only makes sense because it's organized by time. Time is like the filing cabinet for our past. So by living through our memories, we get trapped, right? We're just endlessly cycling through the past and then projecting that onto the future.
So what is on the other side of that mirror? If this side is just a product of memory and time, what in the world exists beyond it? It's not some empty nothingness. Not at all. It's the dimension where you experience life directly, as it is, not as a memory or a thought about it. It's where your own aliveness becomes the main event, not the drama playing out in your head.
And here's where it gets really wild. When you go beyond time, you also go beyond space. All that stuff about distance and separation, it just dissolves. The entire cosmos isn't out there somewhere. It exists right here, in this very moment. Everything is here and now.
Okay, I know this might all sound a bit out there, a little abstract, but this whole philosophy is actually grounded in practice. There are simple, totally tangible ways you can start to shift your awareness from the reflection to the reality, from the mirror to the other side.
So, how do we actually do this? Well, it's about consciously separating the external thing, the sensory input, from the deeper internal experience it creates. It's a really subtle shift in your attention, but it is incredibly powerful. Let's make this super practical. For example, next time you're thirsty and you drink a glass of water, don't just stop at the physical sensation, that feeling of your throat cooling down. Try to go beyond that and isolate the pure, formless experience of pleasantness that arises from inside you. And then, just stay with it for as long as you can.
And you can do this in so many moments throughout your day. When you're eating, when you feel a cool breeze, when you take a really full breath. Sadhguru points out the transition times are especially powerful for this. He calls them Sandhyakalas, like those moments right when you're waking up or just as you're falling asleep.
So what's the ultimate takeaway here? What actually happens when we learn to shift our focus from the reflection to the real thing, to the source?
Most of us are living our lives inside a movie theater. The endless reality show that's playing on the screen of our minds has become so compelling, so captivating, that it actually seems more real than the life that's making it possible to watch in the first place. And this is the big call to action. It's about getting out of the cinema, right? To stop living through old memories and future projections, and to start experiencing the world directly, fresh, in this very moment. Because really, this moment is the only place the world truly exists.
So in the end, it all boils down to a fundamental choice. The drama playing out in the mirror is endless, and it's super captivating. But on the other side is the source of all experience. So the final question isn't just about where you'll put your attention, it's about who you will choose to be, the character in the movie or the one who is watching.